Let's see, where do I want to start off? My Be Still story is about God repairing my relationship with my father. I had called my dad and I asked him, could I come over? I wanted to talk to him. He said, "Oh, okay, you can come over." I think when I talked to him, we scheduled for maybe the following day at a certain time. So the next day comes, and then it's time for me to go over there. And what I wanted to talk to him about was all the hurt that I had been carrying around for years, about how I thought that he handled things as a father, and how I really never felt love from him. And I wanted to repair the relationship, so I wanted to put it all out on the table. So the day comes, I distinctly remember parking my car, and he lives in a high rise. I went inside the building, got on the elevator, pressed the second floor. And when I got out the elevator, I remember being extremely nervous, because at the time I was old enough, mature enough, I would say. I was mature enough, and it was too heavy on me. So I had been holding on to that for such a long time. I went to the staircase and I broke down. And I remember talking to God and telling him, I said, "I'm scared." I said, "I'm scared. I don't even know if I could do this by myself." And in that moment, God let me know that he was with me. I wasn't alone. Even though in that moment I felt alone, because I was so scared. Not scared of my dad. I wasn't scared of my dad. I was scared of not getting what I thought that I wanted in that moment, which I wanted. I always wanted to be a daddy's girl, but that's not something I was. So after the 10 minutes of prayer, I almost went back down the elevator, but I didn't. I went around to the apartment, and we went in and we had this lengthy discussion. It was mostly me talking. We had a talk, and I think I was talking maybe 30 minutes before I really broke down. It wasn't repaired in that moment, but the relationship, that's where God told me to start the beginning, like the forgiving process. King Me is a photo series that I created in 2016 in Cincinnati. And the concept is photographing Black males wearing crowns. And the message is, what you see is what you become. Because I believe in repetitive imaging. It plays a part in the way you think about yourself, about your life. And I think it's important to produce those images as art. And that's what King Me is. When I'm out shooting for King Me, because I don't know the gentleman, there has been a time where I photographed an individual, and then somebody criticized him, like, "Why is he up here? Do you know?" And but in that moment, I had to tell that person, like, I don't know him. I don't know him personally, but even if I did know what he's done, I have to show him grace. I can't judge him. So that helped me. That being able to photograph with King Me and do the whole project, it keeps me in check and in line with the relationship with my father. King Me was the reason why that I wanted to repair the relationship, because I was going around and spreading this message about changing the perception of Black males, and here I am with still a tumultuous relationship with my father. And actually, my sister's mom had encouraged me to repair it. Actually, because it was almost hypocritical in a way. So it was, I believe God really convicted me while doing the project. And I know that's one of the purposes of me doing that project, because I don't know how I could have pulled myself to even make the phone call and then want to repair it. I mean, God would have done it in his way, but I believe that that's one of the purposes with King Me, that I was supposed to use that to feel that conviction about the black man that brought me into this world. I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful that my sister's mom confronted me with it, because I think it was on my mind. I can't lie. I'm not sure if it was something that I was thinking about. No, it wasn't, because I was still holding on to that hurt. And she was like, Nina, I need to talk to you. And she shared that with me, like, you need to repair the relationship with your father. And then I started thinking about it, like, yeah, like, why are you going around still carrying hurt? You're not even hurt no more. You want to repair the relationship. So sure did. She confronted me about it, and then God convicted me, and then I I still can't believe I did that alone. I mean, physically, I can't believe I was able to do that. That God was with me to have that conversation. Some of the things that I do to take care of my physical and spiritual and mental health is I've learned to breathe a lot in times where I feel angry, in times where I feel too excited, because I am a very, like, in a sense, dramatic, and I feel so much excitement in my body a lot. I really have to breathe and calm myself down. Like, I have to take a moment to myself. So that's big. Breathing is big for me. It's especially since I learned how to do it the correct way. That's one thing. The second thing I do is I love to go to the sauna. I love going to the sauna. That's my favorite. And the sauna and the steam room. There's a lot of things. I spend a good amount of time alone. So really I don't have no excuse, because I have so much alone time, and I use it for self-reflection a lot. I think self-reflection is so important, because sometimes it's hard for me to take criticism from people. I call that shutting out the noise. Now, if it's a certain person, like someone I respect or I look up to, I'll take that in. But otherwise, it's noise. All of it is noise. I would say in a be still moment to have courage. And that's not easy, but I want people to think about how you feel on the other side of courage, not the current state that you're in. Yeah, that's what I would say. That's what I would say. Have courage. And I hope that's helpful, because I don't want it to be vague. Because I had to have courage. I had to have courage to make the phone call. I had to have courage to actually follow through with the meeting. And I had to have courage to step out of that staircase. I had to have courage every step of the way. And I wasn't alone. God was right there with me. I felt extremely afraid. You want to know how I felt? I felt like I was the teenager again. I felt like I had reverted back to a teenager, and that was scary, because my dad wasn't the most understanding from my knowledge from back then, and I had to have courage, and God did give me courage in that moment, and we were able to have the conversation. And I'm proud of that. So that's what I would say. Think about the other side of courage and how you would feel versus you being in your be still moment and not being able to basically move. Have courage. That's all.